Chapter 1. The Moon, the Month, the Meaning. The night sky is silent. The stars shine like tiny lanterns in the darkness. Then a sliver of silver appears. A thin, delicate crescent. The new moon. Ramadan has begun. Across the world, millions of Muslims look up. Some whisper a prayer, others smile. In homes, mosques, and streets, people greet one another with warmth. Ramadan Mubarak, they say. Blessed Ramadan. A time of faith, a time of reflection. But why is this month so special? Why do Muslims fast, pray, and seek something deeper during these 30 days? To understand, we must travel back in time, to a desert, to a mountain, to a man who sat alone in the dark, searching for truth. 1400 years ago, in the land of Arabia, the desert winds blew gently over the hills of Mecca. A man named Muhammad sat inside a small cave on Mount Hira. He was thoughtful, quiet, searching for answers. The world outside was full of greed, corruption, and injustice. His heart longed for something more, something true. Then, on a night unlike any other, something happened. A presence, a voice, a message. Read. Muhammad trembled. Who was speaking? His heart pounded. He had never learned to read. I cannot, he replied. But the voice came again. Read in the name of your Lord. A light filled the cave. It was the angel Gabriel. And in that moment, something changed forever. The first words of the Quran had been revealed. A message from God. A message that would bring guidance, mercy, and hope. And so, the journey began. From that night, a new faith was born, Islam. Over time, the Quran was revealed piece by piece, teaching people about kindness, honesty, and devotion. It called for prayer, charity, and fasting. And one command would shape the rhythm of Muslim life every year. Fast during the month of Ramadan. But why Ramadan? Why this month? The answer lies in the sky, in the moon, in the movement of time itself. Unlike the solar calendar, which follows the sun, the Islamic calendar follows the lunar cycle. Each month begins when a new moon is sighted. Ramadan is the 9th month, and it is the month when the Quran first came down. A month of blessings. A month of transformation. For centuries, Muslims have followed this sacred rhythm. They prepare their hearts. They prepare their homes. And when the moon appears, life changes. The first night of Ramadan. The air is filled with quiet excitement. Families gather. Lights glow softly in homes and mosques. In some places, drums beat gently, waking the people. In others, the call to prayer echoes through the streets. Children watch their parents with wide eyes. Some are fasting for the first time. Others listen to stories from their elders, learning about the history, the meaning, the why behind the fast. And then, the first suhoor, the pre-dawn meal. It is still dark outside. Some eat dates and drink water. Others share warm bread, yogurt, and fruit. They whisper prayers, asking for strength, for patience, for a pure heart. Then, as the first light of dawn touches the sky, the fast begins. No food, no water, no distractions. From sunrise to sunset, the body is tested, but the soul is nourished. Fasting is not just about hunger. It is about discipline, about gratitude, about feeling what the poor and hungry feel every day. It is about purifying the heart, controlling anger, resisting temptation. It is about becoming better. As the hours pass, the sun climbs higher. The stomach growls, the throat feels dry, but the heart stays strong. This is worship, they remind themselves. Then, as the sky turns golden, as the sun touches the horizon, a moment of beauty arrives. The call to prayer. The end of the fast. Iftar. A date is lifted. A sip of water follows. Relief, gratitude, smiles. Around the world, millions of people break their fast at the same time, a global moment of unity. The cycle repeats each day for a month, and with every passing night, hearts grow lighter. The mind becomes clearer. The soul feels closer to its creator. But Ramadan is more than fasting. It is prayer. It is charity. It is forgiveness. It is a time to reconnect with God, with family, with the self. And then, as suddenly as it began, it ends. The moon appears once more. This time, it is full. The night sky is no longer dark. It glows with celebration. Ramadan is over. But its lessons remain. The hunger is gone, but the discipline stays. The thirst disappears, but the gratitude remains. The nights of prayer are over, but the faith remains in the heart. Because Ramadan is not just a month, it is a journey, a transformation, a reminder that every beginning has an end, and every end brings a new beginning. And so, the story continues. Chapter 2. Preparing the heart, preparing the home. The days pass quickly. The moon is changing. Soon it will be time. Ramadan is near. In homes around the world, something shifts. There is movement, excitement, a sense of quiet anticipation. Families wake early, visit markets, and prepare their kitchens. Shelves are stocked with dates, rice, lentils, and spices. The smell of fresh bread drifts through the air. Lanterns are taken from storage, polished, and hung with care. The house glows with soft, golden light. But Ramadan is not just about food. It is not just about preparing the home. It is about preparing the heart. Muslims begin to reflect. They sit in silence, thinking about the days ahead. Fasting is not easy. It takes patience. It takes discipline. But more than that, it takes intention. Niyah. A simple word with deep meaning. The intention to fast. The promise made in the heart. A person can wake up before dawn, eat their meal, and stay away from food all day. But if the heart is not in the right place, if the mind is not focused, the fast means nothing. It is not about hunger. It is about purification, a fresh start, a chance to become better. So before Ramadan begins, people pause. They think about their actions, their words, their thoughts. They ask themselves hard questions. Have I been kind? Have I been honest? Have I helped others? The goal is not just to stop eating from sunrise to sunset. The goal is to stop bad habits, to purify the soul, to grow in faith. In many homes, an important tradition begins: cleaning. Every corner, every surface. Dust is wiped away. Old things are removed. Clothes are given to the poor. The home feels fresh, peaceful, and ready for a sacred month. But the real cleaning is inside. Removing anger, jealousy, bad habits, making room for patience, gratitude, and kindness. As the days grow closer, the mosques prepare too. The prayer rugs are straightened. The Quran is placed on the shelves. The lights are tested. Soon they will be filled with worshipers, men, women, children, all standing side by side, facing the same direction, praying as one. For children, Ramadan is magical. They listen to stories of past Ramadans, of long nights in prayer, of feasts after the fast. Some try fasting for the first time, a few hours at first, then a full day. They feel proud. They feel part of something bigger. In the markets, shopkeepers smile as people buy dates, the fruit used to break the fast. It is said that Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, used to break his fast with a date. Sweet, simple, full of energy. The perfect way to begin the evening meal. But before the fast begins, there is suhoor, the meal before dawn. Families wake up in the early hours while the world is still sleeping. Eyes are tired, voices are quiet, but the moment is special. The last sip of water, the last bite of food before the sun rises. Then, the call to prayer. The fast begins. For the first few days, it is difficult. The body feels weak. The mouth is dry. The hours seem long. But as the days go by, something incredible happens. The body adjusts. The hunger is there, but it is no longer painful. The thirst is real, but it is not unbearable. Instead, there is a new feeling. Strength, clarity, peace. Muslims go to work, to school, to their daily tasks. But something is different. Their words are softer. Their patience is greater. Their hearts feel lighter. And as the sun moves across the sky, as the light begins to fade, the anticipation returns. The table is set. The dates are ready. The water is poured. Outside, the air is still. The world seems to pause. Then, the call to prayer. The fast is over. The first sip of water feels like rain after a long drought. The first bite is like a gift. There is laughter, warmth, gratitude. Another day is complete, and soon another will begin. But this is only the start. The journey of Ramadan has just begun. And with each passing day, hearts grow lighter, minds grow clearer, and souls grow stronger. Because Ramadan is more than just a month. It is a chance to change, to improve, to prepare, not just for fasting, but for life. Chapter 3. The fast begins from dawn to dusk. The world is quiet. The night is fading. The sky is deep blue, holding on to the last moments of darkness. Somewhere, a light flickers. A kitchen is awake. Inside, a mother moves silently, preparing food. She places warm bread on the table, pours a glass of water, and wakes her family. Her son rubs his eyes. He is young, but determined. It is his first time fasting a full day. His father pats his shoulder. Eat well. Drink water. The day will be long. They sit together, chewing slowly, knowing this meal must last. This is suhoor, the pre-dawn meal. The last food and drink before the fast begins. The clock ticks. Time is running out. A final sip of water, and then the call to prayer. A voice echoes through the air, soft yet powerful. It is Fajr, the first prayer of the day, the moment the fast begins. From this moment until the sun sets, there will be no food, no water, no distractions, only patience, reflection, and self-control. The boy feels the hunger first. By mid-morning, his stomach growls. He watches his friends at school open their lunch boxes. He smells the food. He swallows hard, but he does not eat. He looks at his teacher, who is also fasting. Her voice is calm. Her movements are steady. She does not show hunger. She is focused, strong. The boy straightens his back and takes a deep breath. He can do this. In another part of the city, a worker wipes sweat from his forehead. The sun is high. The air is heavy. His throat is dry. He lifts a heavy box, then another. His body aches, but he does not stop. This is his test. He reminds himself, fasting is not just about hunger. It is about patience. It is about faith. At home, the mother sits near the window. The afternoon light is golden. She has cooked for her family, but she will not taste the food. Not yet. She stirs the pot slowly, thinking, Ramadan is not only about fasting, it is about gratitude. She thinks of those who have no food at all, those who are hungry, not by choice, but by circumstance. She whispers a prayer for them. Time moves slowly. Minutes feel like hours. The sun begins to fall. The air cools. Shadows stretch across the ground. The end of the fast is near. But this is the hardest moment. The body is tired. The mind feels weak. The test is almost over. Then, a sound. A call. The Maghrib prayer. The fast is over. A single date is lifted. The first bite is sweet. A sip of water follows. It is cold, refreshing. The relief is indescribable. The mother smiles at her son. He has done it. The worker leans back, breathing deeply. The hunger is gone, but something else remains. Gratitude. The family gathers around the table. They eat, they talk, they laugh. Fasting has made them appreciate the simplest things. Every bite is a blessing. Every sip, a gift. Later that night, they stand together in prayer. The day was long. The hunger was real. But they are stronger than they were in the morning. And tomorrow, they will do it all again. Because Ramadan is not just about one day. It is a journey, a test of the body, a lesson for the soul. And with each passing day, the heart grows stronger. The mind becomes clearer. The spirit feels lighter. The sun will rise again. The fast will begin. And so, the journey continues. Chapter 4. The Sound of Prayer. The air is still. The sky is dark. A gentle wind moves through the empty streets. Then, a voice rises, a call, strong yet peaceful. It stretches across the city, across mountains, rivers, and deserts. The words are ancient, unchanged for centuries. Allahu Akbar. God is the greatest. In homes, in markets, in quiet rooms, people pause. Some close their eyes. Some whisper a prayer. Others hurry to perform wudu, the cleansing before standing before God. The mosque doors are open. The warm glow of light spills onto the street. Inside, men and women gather. Some old, their faces lined with years of devotion. Some young, their eyes filled with quiet wonder. They stand shoulder to shoulder. The imam raises his hands. Silence falls. The first words of the prayer begin. As Ramadan fills the days with fasting, the nights belong to prayer. The connection between the worshiper and the Creator grows deeper. 5 times a day, the body bows, the lips move, the heart speaks. But during this month, the rhythm of prayer takes on a new meaning. It is not just an act. It is a journey inward. The prayer of Fajr before sunrise feels different in Ramadan. The world is still waking, the sky a deep shade of blue. The believer stands, tired yet strong, whispering words of praise. A new day begins with faith. By midday, the heat rises. The hunger is real. The thirst is sharp. The prayer of doer comes like an oasis, a pause, a moment of strength. The body is weak, but the soul feels alive. In the afternoon, the hours seem long. The Asr prayer brings focus. Hands lift in supplication, patience, gratitude, reflection. As the sun falls lower, as the sky turns golden, hearts beat faster. The fast is almost over. The call to Maghrib signals relief. A sip of water, a date, a moment of peace. Then comes Isha, the last prayer of the night. But Ramadan offers something more, something special. The mosque fills again. More people arrive. Some carry Qurans. Some bring their children. They remove their shoes, step onto the soft prayer rugs, and wait. The air is heavy with devotion. Then a voice rises once more. Taraweeh begins. This is no ordinary prayer. It is long. It is deep. It is powerful. Verses of the Quran flow through the room like waves. The words are not just heard, they are felt. They echo through the soul, bringing comfort, bringing light. Some close their eyes. Some let silent tears fall. This is a moment of connection, of surrender, of peace. The night stretches on, but no one is in a hurry. This is Ramadan. This is prayer. This is devotion. A young boy stands beside his father. His feet ache. His legs tremble. But he does not leave. He listens. He watches. He learns. Faith is not taught with words. It is taught through moments like this. Outside, the streets are quiet. The stars shine above. A cool breeze moves through the trees. The city sleeps, but the mosques remain awake. Some stay until dawn, whispering their hopes, their fears, their dreams. They know this month will pass, but its blessings will remain. And so, the night fades. The call to Fajr begins again. Another day. Another chance to grow, to seek, to pray. The journey of Ramadan continues. Chapter 5. Iftar. A meal that brings people together. The sky glows orange. The last light of the sun stretches across the horizon. The air is warm, still, waiting. In homes, in mosques, in quiet corners of the world, hearts beat with anticipation. The moment is near. A table is set. Plates are arranged. Dates glisten in small bowls, waiting to be taken. Glasses of water stand, untouched. In the kitchen, steam rises. The scent of spices fills the air. Cinnamon, cardamom, saffron. A mother stirs a pot. A father watches the clock. A child leans forward, eyes wide. The call to prayer echoes. A single voice carries through the streets, through open windows, through the hearts of millions. The fast is over. A date is lifted. The sweetness fills the mouth, soft and warm. A sip of water follows, cool and refreshing. The first bite is slow, almost sacred. Hunger fades. Thirst disappears. Relief, gratitude, joy. Laughter fills the room. Smiles spread from one face to another. Hands pass plates. Bread is broken and shared. The meal begins, not in silence, but in togetherness. In Pakistan, families gather around large dishes of biryani, the rich aroma of saffron and spices drifting through the air. In Egypt, lentil soup is ladled into bowls, warm and comforting after a long day. In Turkey, pie day, a soft, golden bread is torn apart and dipped into fragrant stews. In Indonesia, the sweetness of kolak, a coconut and banana dessert, brings smiles to young and old alike. Every country, every home, every table has its own traditions. But the feeling is the same. Generosity, connection, community. In mosques, the scene is different, yet just as beautiful. Strangers sit side by side. Long rows of plates stretch across the floor. Volunteers bring food, serving those who have little. The rich, the poor, the young, the old. All eat together. A man offers his last piece of bread to another. A child hands his fruit to an elder. A woman fills a cup for a stranger. Giving is part of the meal. Sharing is part of the blessing. The meal is not rushed. It is savored, enjoyed, appreciated. Every bite is a reminder of patience, of discipline, of the journey that led to this moment. The taste of food after a long fast is unlike any other. It is not just nourishment. It is a gift. As plates empty, voices quiet. The time for prayer comes again. People rise, leaving their meals behind. They stand shoulder to shoulder, side by side. The world outside is loud, busy, full of distractions. But here, in this moment, there is only peace. Later, when the prayers are complete, the night continues. Families visit one another. Sweets are exchanged. Cups of tea are poured, warm and soothing. Children laugh in the streets, playing in the cool night air. Some stay awake, talking, remembering, reflecting. Others open the Quran, reading its words in the soft glow of a lamp. For many, the night does not end with sleep, but with worship, with gratitude, with hope for another day. The sun will rise again. The fast will begin once more. The hunger will return. The thirst will challenge the body. But so will the patience, the strength, the faith. And when the day ends, when the light fades and the call to prayer is heard, there will be iftar once more. A meal shared, a table filled, a moment of peace, of gratitude, of joy. Because Ramadan is not just about fasting. It is about breaking the fast together. It is about giving, about sharing, about remembering the blessings that fill our lives. The night deepens. The voices soften. Chapter 6. The power of giving, zakat, and charity. The streets are quiet in the early morning light. Shops remain closed. The scent of fresh bread drifts through narrow alleys. A man sits by the side of the road, his hands folded in his lap, his clothes worn, his face tired. He watches people pass, his eyes filled with quiet hope. A child walks beside his mother, holding her hand. He notices the man and tugs at her sleeve. "Mama," he whispers, "he looks hungry." His mother smiles gently. She reaches into her bag, pulls out a small bundle of food, and kneels down. "Here," she says softly. "Eat well, my brother." The man's hands tremble as he takes the bread. His lips move in silent gratitude. The child watches, his heart swelling. This is kindness. This is giving. Ramadan is not just about fasting. It is about feeling the hunger of those who have nothing, feeling the struggle of those who live with less. It is a time of reflection, a time of change, a time to open hearts, open hands, and share with those in need. Zakat is more than a duty. It is a gift, a responsibility, a promise. Those who have been blessed must help those who have not. It is one of the pillars of Islam, a foundation of faith. A small part of one's wealth given away, bringing hope to those who struggle. A woman stands in her doorway, holding a basket. Inside, warm rice, fresh fruit, and dates. She knocks on her neighbor's door. A mother answers, her eyes tired, her children standing behind her. "For you," the woman says. No words are needed. The mother nods, tears in her eyes. Some give money, some give food, some give time. A young man visits a small house, carrying bags of flour and oil. An elderly woman opens the door. She smiles, her hands shaking as she reaches for the gift. "May God bless you," she whispers. The young man bows his head. Sadaqah is different from zakat. It is not required, but it is encouraged. A coin to the beggar, a meal for the traveler, a blanket for the cold, a simple smile to a stranger. Kindness, no matter how small, is never wasted. A group of volunteers gathers outside a mosque. They carry pots of soup, trays of bread, cartons of milk. The line is long. Men, women, children, waiting, hoping. The volunteers move quickly, serving each person with care. They do not ask for thanks. They do not seek recognition. They only wish to give. At the orphanage, laughter fills the air. A boy receives a new pair of shoes. A girl clutches a small toy, holding it close. Their faces glow with happiness. A man watches from a distance, his heart warm. He is given, but he is also received. The joy of giving is a gift in itself. In some places, people leave bags of food outside homes at night. No one sees who gives. No one sees who takes. It is an act of quiet generosity, a way to give without pride, to help without seeking reward. The true meaning of charity is not just in giving wealth. It is in giving love. A kind word to someone struggling. A helping hand to the weak. A moment of comfort to the lonely. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, once said, "The best of people are those who bring the most benefit to others." These words echo in the hearts of those who understand the beauty of giving. Ramadan is a reminder that wealth is temporary, that blessings must be shared, that kindness is a duty. The sun sets, families sit together, breaking their fast, but somewhere in a quiet corner, a man eats alone, smiling, because today, someone remembered him, someone cared, someone gave, and tomorrow, he will do the same for another. The journey of Ramadan continues. Chapter 7. The Night of Power. Laylat al-Qadr. The night is silent. The streets are empty. The stars shimmer above, casting a soft glow over the world. But inside homes, inside mosques, inside hearts, something is different. This is no ordinary night. This is a night of prayer, of whispers, of hands raised in supplication. A night unlike any other. Long ago, in a cave on a lonely mountain, a man sat in deep thought. His heart was restless. The world outside was full of cruelty, dishonesty, and injustice. He longed for peace, for truth, for something greater. So he came here, to this quiet place, seeking answers in the silence. The cave was dark. The air was cool. He closed his eyes. Then, a presence, a voice, a command. Read. His heart pounded. His breath caught. He was not a man of letters. He had never been taught to read. He trembled and replied, "I cannot." But the voice came again, strong, firm, undeniable. Read in the name of your Lord, who created. A light filled the cave. A force wrapped around him. Words, powerful words, filled his soul. The first revelation, the first message of the Quran. And from that moment, the world changed forever. The night when the Quran was first revealed is known as Laylat al-Qadr, the night of power. A night more valuable than 1,000 months. A night when prayers are answered, sins are forgiven, and destinies are written. No one knows exactly when it falls. It is hidden within the last 10 nights of Ramadan, waiting for those who seek it. Some say it is on the 27th night. Others say it moves, appearing to those whose hearts are open. And so, In homes and mosques across the world, people wait. They watch the sky, searching for a sign. They bow their heads, whispering prayers. Some sit alone, the Quran open before them, their fingers tracing its sacred words. Others stand in congregation, side by side, their voices rising in unison. A woman wipes away a tear. She asks for mercy, for guidance, for strength. A child lifts his hands, imitating his father, his small voice soft but sure. A man who has lost his way closes his eyes and lets the weight of his regrets fall away. This is a night of transformation, a night of forgiveness, a night when the past does not matter, only the sincerity of the heart. The prayers continue, the night deepens, time slips away. No one watches the clock. No one wishes for sleep. The world outside is forgotten. Only this moment matters. Some remain in itikaf, secluding themselves in the mosque, cut off from distraction, devoted only to worship. They have left behind their worries, their duties, their daily lives. For them, nothing exists beyond this sacred time. The wind stirs. The air feels different. Some say Laylat al-Qadr is marked by an unusual stillness, a peace unlike any other, a feeling that the heavens have drawn near, that the earth is bathed in divine light. As dawn approaches, voices grow softer. The final supplications are made. Some weep, their souls lighter. Others smile, a quiet peace settling within them. They do not know if they have found Laylat al-Qadr, but they know they have tried. The sky begins to change. The first hint of light appears. The stars fade, one by one, and with them, the night of prayer comes to an end. But its blessings remain. The hearts that were heavy now feel light. The burdens that seemed endless now seem small. The sins that weighed down the soul have been lifted. And though the night has passed, its power lingers. Because those who have prayed, those who have sought, those who have opened their hearts will never be the same. Ramadan continues. The journey is not yet over. But tonight, something has changed. Something unseen, but deeply felt. And as the sun rises on a new day, one truth remains. The best night of the year has come and gone, but its blessings will last forever. Chapter 8, The Last 10 Days, A Time for Reflection. The days have passed quickly. The moon is thinner now, slipping toward its final phase. The air is heavy with a quiet understanding. Ramadan is coming to an end. For many, these last 10 nights are the most important. They bring hope, forgiveness, a final chance to seek what was missed in the early days of the month. Some prepare for Eid, thinking of celebrations ahead. Others step away from the world, choosing solitude, choosing prayer, choosing a moment of deep reflection. A young woman walks toward the mosque. Her heart is steady, her mind focused. She has made a decision to leave behind distraction, to devote herself entirely to worship. This is itikaf, a spiritual retreat, a time to disconnect from everything except faith. She steps inside, her feet bare against the cool floor. The world outside fades. No phones, no work, no conversations about daily life. Only silence, only prayer. The night stretches before her. The Quran lies open in her hands. She reads slowly, the words sinking into her heart. Each verse feels heavier now, more meaningful. She wonders how many times she has rushed through them before, without truly listening. The hours move gently. Some people rest, their heads bowed in quiet thought. Others whisper du'as, asking for mercy, for guidance, for a heart free of sin. A man wipes away a tear. A child, too young to understand everything, mimics his father's movements, his tiny hands raised toward the sky. This is not just another night. One of these final nights could be Laylat al-Qadr. A single prayer now could be worth a lifetime of devotion. The woman closes her eyes. The world disappears. It is just her and her Creator. She prays for strength. She prays for her family. She prays for forgiveness, for a heart that is lighter, for a soul that carries no regrets. Outside, the wind moves softly through the trees. The streets are empty, the city asleep. But inside the mosque, time does not exist. The night feels endless, yet fleeting. A precious gift that will soon be gone. She thinks about the past year, the mistakes, the moments of weakness, the times she was impatient, the words she wished she could take back. She lets them go now, leaving them in this sacred place, knowing that this is a chance to start again. Dawn is coming. The last few minutes of the night slip away. She whispers her final prayer, her voice low but firm. Guide me. Help me be better. Help me remember this feeling when Ramadan is over. The first light of morning touches the sky. The retreat is over, but the journey is not. She walks out of the mosque, feeling different, feeling lighter. She knows the real test is ahead, to carry the lessons of Ramadan beyond these walls, beyond these nights, into everyday life. The days of fasting will soon be over. The celebrations will come. But this moment of clarity, of reflection, of change, this is what truly matters. And as the last nights of Ramadan fade, one truth remains. The month is ending, but the heart is just beginning its transformation. Chapter 9. The crescent moon returns. Eid is near. The sky is deep blue, waiting for a sign. Eyes search the horizon. looking, hoping. Then a whisper spreads, a murmur, a voice calling out with excitement. The moon has been seen. The news travels fast. Homes fill with joyful shouts. Children run through the streets, their laughter ringing through the air. After a month of fasting, a month of discipline, a month of devotion, Ramadan is over. But the celebration is just beginning. Mothers step into their kitchens, gathering flour, sugar, and spices. The scent of baking fills the air. Sweet treats for the morning, a feast for the family. Fathers take their children to the market, choosing fresh fruits, nuts, and decorations. In every home, something special is happening. New clothes are laid out, pressed and perfect. The finest garments, bright and beautiful. A gift for the body, a reminder of the joy that comes after patience. Shoes polished, scarves folded, hands brushing over soft fabric. Tomorrow must be special. In the streets, the shops stay open late. Crowds move from stall to stall, choosing the last gifts, the final touches for the celebration. Candies wrapped in golden paper, perfume in delicate bottles, toy shops filled with eager faces. Coins jingle in small hands, waiting to be spent on something wonderful. At home, families prepare envelopes with money. Eidi, a tradition of giving to the young, a small token of joy. Children wait, their eyes shining, their hearts full of anticipation. Tomorrow will be full of surprises. The house must be spotless. Furniture is dusted, floors swept, cushions fluffed. Every corner shines. Guests will come, laughter will fill the rooms, sweets will be passed from hand to hand. The home must feel as joyful as the hearts inside it. Tonight is different. The air is lighter, filled with quiet excitement. There is no fasting tomorrow, no waking before dawn, no hunger to test the soul. Instead, there will be feasting, gathering, and endless joy. Before sleep, hands are raised in prayer. Gratitude, reflection, hope. A final whisper of thanks for the month that has passed, for the lessons it brought, for the blessings yet to come. Morning will come soon. The first light will bring something new. A day of celebration, of love, of togetherness. And as the last stars fade, a single thought remains. Eid is here. Chapter 10. Eid al-Fitr, a day of joy, gratitude, and togetherness. The sky is painted with soft gold. The first light of morning touches the rooftops, spilling into the streets. The city wakes with a different kind of energy. Doors creak open. Windows glow. The world is alive with anticipation. Eid has arrived. The scent of perfume lingers in the air. Fresh clothes are carefully worn, soft fabric against the skin. A young boy ties his new shoes, his fingers fumbling with excitement. His sister adjusts her scarf, checking her reflection one last time. Today, everything must be perfect. The streets are filled with movement. Fathers and sons walk together, hands in pockets, smiles on their faces. Mothers and daughters follow closely behind, their voices soft, their hearts full. The roads lead to one place, the mosque. A sea of people gathers. Rows stretch as far as the eye can see. Voices murmur in greeting. Friends embrace, strangers smile. The warmth of community is everywhere. Then the imam steps forward. A hush falls. The prayer begins. The voices rise together. A rhythm, a melody, a shared devotion. Praise, gratitude, peace. Hands lift in supplication. Hearts bow in humility. It is a moment of unity, a reminder that faith connects all, beyond borders, beyond differences. The prayer ends, a ripple of movement. People turn to one another, shaking hands, exchanging hugs. Eid Mubarak. The words flow from lips with joy. They are spoken again and again, like music, like a song that never grows old. Children rush forward, their eyes sparkle. They stretch out their hands, waiting, hoping. Small envelopes are placed in their palms. Eid, a tradition, a gift, a token of happiness. Coins jingle. Notes are carefully folded. The joy of giving, the joy of receiving. The celebration spills into the streets. Families return home, laughter floating through the air. The doors swing open, welcoming guests, welcoming love. Tables are set, plates overflow. The fast is over, and now it is time to feast. The first bite is always the sweetest. Dates dipped in honey, warm bread, soft and fragrant. Rice, meat, spices dancing on the tongue. Dishes passed from hand to hand, shared with love, with generosity. The children play, running in circles, their voices rising with excitement. The elders sit together, sipping tea, sharing memories, stories of past Eids, of childhood joys, of lessons learned. Outside, the streets are alive. People visit neighbors. They knock on doors, bearing gifts, offering sweets. No one is forgotten. The poor, the lonely, the strangers, they are welcomed, embraced, given food, given love. Because Eid is for everyone. The sound of charity fills the air. Boxes open, coins drop. A silent prayer follows each gift. A new dress for a child who had none. A meal for a family in need. The blessings of Ramadan do not end here. They continue, passed from hand to hand, from heart to heart. As the afternoon fades, the celebrations do not slow. Parks fill with families. Music plays. Kites fly high. The air is thick with happiness. It is a day that feels endless, a moment people wish to hold forever. The sky begins to shift. The sun sinks lower. The golden light softens. But the joy remains. The memories made will not fade. The laughter will echo in the days to come. As night falls, homes glow with warm light. Lanterns flicker, candles burn. The last sweets are shared, the last hugs are given, the last prayers whispered in gratitude. Eid has come, and soon it will pass. But its spirit, its meaning, its lessons will stay. Joy, gratitude, togetherness. These do not end when the day does. They remain, carried forward, shaping the days ahead. The door closes softly. The house quiets. A child sleeps, clutching his ID in his small hands. A mother smiles, watching the flickering light of the lantern. A father whispers a final prayer of thanks. Eid is over. But the love, the warmth, the kindness, they will last forever. Chapter 11. The Spirit of Ramadan. Beyond the 30 days. The last lantern flickers. The plates are cleared. The moon, once new and bright, has faded into the night. Ramadan has passed. The days of fasting, of quiet reflection, of whispered prayers are over. But something remains. A feeling. A change. A lesson learned in the silence of hunger, in the peace of prayer, in the warmth of giving. The streets are no longer filled with the scent of pre-dawn meals. The mosques do not hold worshippers deep into the night. The calendar moves forward, pulling the world into routine. Yet, for those who open their hearts in Ramadan, the journey has not ended. It has only just begun. Fasting is over, but the discipline it taught still lingers. Waking up before dawn, resisting temptation, choosing patience over frustration. These habits, once difficult, now feel natural. The hunger was temporary, but the self-control it built is lasting. The thirst is gone, but the gratitude for a simple sip of water remains. The challenge of the month was not in going without, but in learning to appreciate what is always there. Generosity does not end with Eid. The hands that gave in charity, the hearts that softened toward those in need, the smiles that were shared with strangers, these do not belong only to Ramadan. They are meant for every day. The poor are still hungry. The lonely still wait for kindness. The world still needs compassion. What was easy in Ramadan should not be difficult now. Faith was strong in those 30 days. Each prayer felt deeper. Each verse of the Quran carried more weight. There was purpose in every action, meaning in every moment. But faith is not meant to fade when the month ends. It is not meant to be stored away, waiting for the next Ramadan. It is meant to grow, to guide, to light the path forward. The lessons of the month were not meant for a short time. They were meant to shape the days, the months, the years ahead. To be patient in hardship. To be kind even when it is not expected. To be grateful in every situation. To seek peace. To control anger. To forgive. To live each day as if it is part of Ramadan. A child looks at his mother and asks, "When will Ramadan come again?" She smiles, touching his hand gently. "It never really leaves," she whispers. "If we keep its lessons in our hearts, it is always with us." The sun rises on a new day. The world moves forward. But for those who lived Ramadan fully, something has changed. A heart that once hurried now slows to appreciate. A mind that once judged now seeks to understand. A soul that once wandered now feels closer to its Creator. The 30 days have passed. The fasts are over. The nights of prayer are memories. But the spirit of Ramadan, that will never fade. Because the journey does not end. It continues every single day.